welcome back to another video. My name is Deva and I'm a freelance artist in New Zealand. Today's video is going to be another chill draw with me video, just casual sketchbooking, so feel free to draw along with me or just have it on in the background. I love making these types of videos because they're just very relaxing to film, but also relaxing to watch, so hopefully you guys feel the same too. Okay, now to talk a little bit about what I'm painting. So I'm painting these two mermaids. I did the sketch off camera just because it was easier to, and also I feel like there's less pressure, but also like it's just how I set up my equipment, because my camera / my phone is kind of in the way of like my comfortable sketching position, so I kind of have to maneuver around it to show you guys what I'm doing. So I just thought it'd be easier to just have already done the full sketch, so now I'm just onto the painting part. I did whip out my watercolors for this process. I have not used my watercolors in a really long time, especially this new set. This new set is well, it's not new, but I've just barely used it, so it pretty much is new, but I've had it for a while. It's the Snellier 46 watercolor set, or 48, I can't remember, but it's really just such a shame because this is such a good set and the quality of the paint is so nice and really pigmented, but I just barely touch it. One, because like I haven't done watercolors as like a medium overall in a while, but I also just feel really precious about these watercolors because I did spend quite a bit of money on them, but obviously if I'm not going to use it, then what was the point of spending the money? So that is why we are trying to get our money's worth and use these really beautiful paints. Overall, I feel like this drawing / painting was really hard for me to get into and enjoy. I think the only part that I like fully enjoyed from the process was the colored pencils. You guys will see that when I add that in later, but that was probably the most fun. Painting was kind of a struggle, especially since I hadn't done watercolor in a while, so I was trying to like get back into it, and also the paper was quite thin. I realized when I was painting I should have used actual watercolor paper instead of just my sketchbook paper, because I could not do layers on this paper, so that's why I had to really touch up with colored pencils. Okay, so I figured it would be quite fitting to talk about my art journey throughout 2022 and maybe overall, since you guys don't really know much about me. Yeah, I think it's quite relevant, especially since I think as I'm filming this voiceover, we're almost in the last week of 2022, which is crazy. I feel like it's been a really long year for like everyone. I don't know if it was a good year for everyone too. For me personally, it was pretty alright for art though. If we're just isolating art by itself, I think it was a pretty good year for art. No, it's actually a really good year. I got back into it. Okay, to give you guys a bit of a backstory, in 2021, I had just moved back to New Zealand from overseas for a little bit, and I was just more focused on like making friends again and being more social and going out a bit, because I was in year 12 in 2021 when I moved back, so I was still in high school and I just wanted to be social and go out and do all those fun stuff. So I really put art on the back burner. I did not do much. I really barely ever thought about it. I always did think that, you know, like something's missing, or like why do I not feel fully satisfied with myself and things like that. And I really do believe it's because I wasn't doing art related things, and that's like a big part of myself, so I feel like that's why I didn't feel like myself the majority of 2021. So then by the end of 2021 I'd realized, like, you know what, I think I need to get back into art. Like, it was something that I really loved doing. I don't know why I stopped, and my goal is to be a freelance artist even back in 2021. So I don't know why I kind of stopped. I mean, I do. I just wanted to be social, but yeah, by the end of 2021 I was like, okay, I need to make it a goal for next year. I want to do more art. I want to get back into it. So 2022 comes around and I'm like, okay, let's get it. So I started experimenting more, trying new mediums. Gouache I tried in right at the end of 2021, and then 2022 beginning I was like trying to feel my way around it more, because I was still unsure about the style I wanted to use with gouache. I still do want to learn more about it, because I feel like I only use gouache when I'm not drawing people, because I don't know how to paint with gouache when I'm drawing or painting people, if that makes sense. I don't know if I worded that in a way that makes sense. In 2022 I also experimented with different subject matters, so I wasn't just drawing like stylized people, I was drawing animals, and painting, but painting and drawing animals, objects, scenery, and I actually had so much fun with that, and I didn't realize how much I enjoy it. Like, it's almost as much as I love drawing people in a stylized way as well. And I think that's just so amazing, because before, like, this year and also 2021, I don't think I would have realized how much I enjoy other subject matters, which is crazy because I have been drawing people for so long. So that is really something that I think it's definitely school that helped me with realizing that I love drawing and painting other things, because for my art class I chose a theme for my portfolio that wasn't really people related, but I could like include people. It was for 2021 I chose like fantasy type houses, and then for 2022 I chose the theme of tigers. So definitely not fully people focused, but it was really cool learning different subject matters in that way. I just realized I also learned oil painting this year, which I actually love so much. I don't use it a lot in my personal art. I mainly did oil painting for school related projects, but I actually enjoy oil painting so much, and I definitely want to make some original works for myself and also to sell. So I think that is definitely something I'm really looking forward to, and yeah, I just love the consistency of it, and the I don't know why, but the colors and the shades you can make, they just feel so different to like other mediums, and they just look so nice. I feel like I get absorbed into the colors with oil paintings. But yeah, I didn't realize how much I love oil painting. But anyways, back to my personal art in 2022. I feel like I've done a lot with my personal art, not only like experimentation, but also I started doing commissions this year, which was so fun. They are still open if you guys want a sneaky little commission. But yeah, that was something I have been like so kind of worried about. It did make me kind of worried when I was thinking about commissions, because I was thinking about all the things that could go wrong, and also like the shipping process, which didn't really make sense to me before I'd released commissions. But yeah, it's actually a really simple and smooth process, and I actually love doing commissions. They're so fun. I also started making videos this year. Of course, I only made one in January, and then I made another one before this video, and now I'm making this video, so this would be my third video. But nonetheless, we learnt a little bit about videos, but not also just YouTube videos. Like, I made my first reel this year. I don't know if that's that amazing, but to me it is, because I never really thought I'd be making reels or like video content on social media that isn't YouTube. I kind of started TikTok, but I don't think I put much time and effort into it as I do with YouTube and Instagram, but I do definitely want to try more like content, creating more content for TikTok, but I think it would have to be different content because not all of it gets the same reach or engagement as certain content on Instagram or YouTube. But anyway, that is going off into other topics. Okay, so I didn't realize, but I did include this clip of me showing you guys my prints. So that is on the screen right now. I ordered some test prints from a local business, a local printing company, and it was on, I think it was satin paper, so it's like matte. I didn't really like they're very nice. I think the mermaid came out really nice, but my OC Demon Girl, I think she came out too saturated. Like if you see the original now, it's quite pastel and quite muted toned, but the print came out really saturated and very red, and I don't think I like it that much. So there'll probably just be misprints, and I probably will just give them away as freebies when I do open a shop. But oh yeah, and then now I'm showing you guys a print that I got from a different company as a photo print, but it is much more similar to the original color. I think I quite like the texture on the satin prints than I did on the photo print, which I think you can see a little bit here if I stopped waving it around, girl. Okay, well, yes, these are the prints. I will stop boring you guys with this now. I'm just really excited to open a shop, so I was just really excited to film and show you guys when I got the prints. And of course, here's a blue mermaid that I made with Copic markers. I quite like her. Okay, so back to the 2022 goals. 2022 reflection, yes. I'm sorry, I feel like this voiceover has been jumped around and it's kind of all over the place, but hopefully it's not too messy. But yeah, for the reflection, I think I pretty much summed it up before, but overall it's been a good year for art for me. Did have a lot of ups and downs, but that is of course expected with just anything in life. And yeah, it was a good year. Okay, before I get on with the next thing I want to talk about, I'm just gonna go over a little bit about what I'm doing right now in the video. So I'm lining the mermaids with colored pencils. I believe they're the Faber-Castell colored pencils. The polychromos, really good quality colored pencils. And I'm also just using them to touch up the coloring and like the shading of the mermaids because I couldn't layer those colors because the paper is so thin. Okay, so now for 2023 art goals. I am so excited for 2023 in terms of art related things, or just overall actually. I think I'm just really excited for 2023. If you guys didn't already know, I am out of school. I finished high school this year, so next year I'll be like an adult, which is so like crazy to think about. But I'm not going to uni. I am gonna be working as a full-time artist, and also I will be working part-time at my job that I have just so I can get money in the meantime while I'm not making as much money from my art. So that's just to help me get sustained, but of course the overall goal is to be a freelance artist, which is really exciting. And yeah, so my art goals for 2023 include opening an online shop. I'm sure I've talked about this in the other video, the previous Draw With Me, but I am really excited to open an online shop. And I think I did also talk about the products that I want to release, but it will be like prints, originals, a range of subject matters, not just people. It will be fan art, scenery, animals, all those sorts of things. And I think I also want to make stickers, and I really want to make washi tape, but I also don't know how I'm going to go about that with the shipping process, because I think that's going to be much more expensive, because the shipping really stresses me out, because I really don't know what I'm going to do for the shipping in terms of an art business. Like, I get how to ship my commissions, it's untracked, which is probably not good, but I think my shop orders are also going to have to be untracked, because it doesn't really make sense for me to be spending, like, because the shipping for, like, if I send it out as a parcel instead of an envelope is so expensive. So I think it makes more sense for me to send it as, like, letter mail, and I think I might do that, but I do have to go and, like, ask some questions to the people that work at the post office, because I really am not that sure about it. Yeah, another goal is to be more consistent on YouTube, which of course I'm trying to start right now as well, but I want that to hopefully segue into next year as well. And I really want my schedule to be, like, posting videos at least once a week, keep you guys updated and all that good stuff. Also, another goal of mine next year is to fill 4 new sketchbooks overall. I know it doesn't sound like that much, but that's not including the sketchbooks I have right now that are unfinished, and I have maybe 4 unfinished sketchbooks, but they're like A5 or smaller, so they're not the big ones. But I think I really like working in A4 sketchbooks the most. I know they're quite big and they do take longer to fill, which is why I'm thinking like 4 A4 sketchbooks, which is really, like, that's a lot, because this year I've only finished one, or like I'm about to finish one A4 sketchbook that I started this year, which is crazy that I want to do 4 next year. Like, can you imagine 4 big A4s? Like, that's crazy. Who is she? I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might not do that. That is a very ambitious goal, but I think I could do it. I think I really could if I'm drawing constantly and making art constantly, which I do aim to do. I think that's all of my art goals for 2023. I do have, like, a vague goal in my mind of opening a Patreon, especially like a Patreon shop, but also like Patreon merch, or like things I can, like, give out to Patreons. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that next year. I might. I'll see. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes with the whole opening a shop, doing those things. But yeah, I think that's the end of the voiceover. I'm not sure what else to talk about. I feel like I've rambled on for so long, just umming and ahhing the whole time, but hopefully it wasn't too dreadful. Oh my god. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I'll probably just leave music on for the rest of the video, so if you guys want to watch that, or just skip ahead to the end, I'm not sure, but I think I will come back later, or just like in a few minutes, to talk about the rest of the process, because the rest of this painting / like illustration is just so difficult and, like, dreadful. Okay, so here is where it gets difficult and dreadful. I didn't know what to do for the background, so I was like, hey, let me try do some markers. You know, it's very bright, vibrant, but then I was also like, no, that's gonna waste them. So I was trying to also use colors that I never use, but then even then I was like, no, this is not gonna work. So then I was like trying to make it work, even though I knew like, no, this is not right. So I tried to paint instead, which you guys will also see. It does look better, but not great. Okay, I do think the paint looks so much better when it's dried, because here I was like, wait, it doesn't look that bad, and I was really just thinking about leaving it because I think I filmed this part like a few days after I'd finished painting because I was just so done with this piece. But no, I was like, no, we're gonna persevere, we're gonna try something else. So I tried going over with some Posca pins, and I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I did not love it either, so yes, but I did have fun doodling in these little coral illustrations, little doodles. They were fun, and that is kind of the end of this journey of this piece. And okay, overall I would say the process making part was, I would give it maybe a solid 6 or 5. No, maybe a 6 out of 10. So slightly better than average, but not the most fun making a piece ever. And this is the final overview. As you can see, it's quite simple, but it is what it is. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.